All right. Ahoy! I should probably mute my tab. I think it's live. I think we did it. Did we do it? I think we did it. Sick. We're live on YouTube. First YouTube stream. We are here. We are ready to go. Well, are we ready to go? I don't know. We're going to find out, though. Gotta grab this link real quick. I don't know how to get the link beforehand. These are all things I gotta figure out. I gotta figure them out. So we're gonna play some Sea of Thieves tonight. Which we haven't done in a while. I don't really know what's gonna be going on. I don't really know what's different. But we're gonna figure that out. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. There's gotta be a way to, like, I bet I could set up the stream beforehand and get the link and everything. I forgot, like, I totally forgot. I was like, oh, YouTube, I gotta have a thumbnail. I gotta have whatever else. I gotta have all this stuff that I'm not used to having. For a normal, like, Twitch stream or whatever. Dun, 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 dun. Sick. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Sick nasty. All right, guys. We got the live stream going. We're playing some Sea of Thieves here this evening. We're also going to be doing a giveaway, sponsored by Logitech G. We're going to give away a Logitech G915 10 keyless keyboard. So one of many giveaways to come, courtesy of Logitech, who is providing that product. Just to be transparent, we'll do the giveaway here a little bit later in the stream. Obsidian Pack perks. Okay, let's see. Learn more. We can get the banjo and all that shenanigans. I haven't played in a while, so I don't know what all the new stuff is. So we're gonna take a peek. July 20th, we get the Monkey Island Tales. Pirate Times notification recap. Okay, so subscribe. Ooh, I do like that crest. I have seen the trailers. I don't know what's in this trailer. I don't know if I've seen this or not. I mean, I love it that they got it in the UI now. That's brand new. That's awesome. Boom, 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 boom. Yo, what up, Escobar? How's it going, dude? What's different here? Is there anything? New Pirate Legend Voyages. Okay, sick. A revitalized world. Gar. Is it revitalized? It doesn't seem revitalized. Seems like the same old, you know what I mean? Whatever. Okay. Dude, I haven't played Sea of Thieves in ages, so I am right there with you. Before we dive in any further, though, where is the... Okay, this is Discover. Let's go to the play. Pirate's Life, Maiden Voyage, Adventure. Where's the shop? Can't you buy from the shop from here? That's what's new. Pirate Emporium. There it is. Yeah, this is my first ever live stream on YouTube. Trying it out. We'll see how it goes. Dark Warsmith Big Bundle. Already got it. Okay, cool. What's new that I don't have? Dead Man's Warsmith Crest. Yep, let's go ahead and snag that. Paintings. Oh, paintings. Nice, nice, nice. What is this? ship's banner. That's okay. For now, I'm gonna skip those. I'm gonna see what else we got going on. Okay. Avoiding the kick for now. You know, I considered streaming to both tonight, but I just I don't know. I wanted to do one new thing at a time. You know, maybe I'll throw some kick in later this week or the next time I stream. Unsure how long how often I'm going to stream. Trying to get a little bit more regular about it, but figured I don't know, with YouTube's new requirements, they're a little bit lower. I just need the hours here to get monetized. So I think might as well, like nothing's really going on my Twitch anymore anyway. I mean, we could probably go over there and play Sea of Thieves. I want to do some variety. So I'm just kind of doing Sea of Thieves because I wanted to check it out. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and get these emotes. So I don't know how I feel about Kick. Obviously we're running 24/7 Kick streams for D20. Over there, we've been running 24/7 for like a month and a half and haven't even hit 75 follows. So I'm not sure that it's the right place for me, especially since I'm not playing a ton of like Call of Duty and stuff. So, I don't know. I'm trying to play around with some of my my personal content. I mean, I don't have as much time because I'm just so focused on D20 stuff and all that, but I'm trying to stream at least occasionally on my channels. And just have a good time with it, honestly. So I figured YouTube might be a little bit better of a place because the discoverability for old VODs, will build over time. And if things do go well over here, it's a better revenue split. Although I'm not really worried about that right now. Like, that's not really even something I'm concerned with, to be honest. But I wanted to have a good time and play again. So a little playing. I like YouTube better as a platform in general. I do wish their UI was a little bit better, but I think that their live streams are great. Like right now, I'm streaming in 1080 at 10,000 bit rate versus, like the 5,000 or 6,000 I can do on Twitch. I could stream 1440 here if I really wanted to. Yeah, I just think that content here has a longer lifespan. I don't know that I think Kick is going anywhere because it seems like they've got the backing, obviously from wherever they're getting their backing to be paying out a 95/5 split. I don't think that I think they have a large amount of funding right now, which will, I think they probably have like a 3 to 5 year plan. And like they have some backers who basically have given him a ton of money, right? And they probably have to make it sustainable in 3 to 5 years. Can they do that? I don't know. I like the way I do too. I like Twitch, but I'll be honest, like I don't really vibe with the Twitch culture that much. The good thing about Twitch is there's a culture of monetization. So like as a streamer, if you're trying to, monetize, like everyone knows what to do there. You know what I mean? It's easy to get monetized. People gift subs and stuff, but I think people are coming around to that on other platforms as well. And I think in terms of discoverability, like YouTube provides more. Because YouTube's tied into Google, right? And so I should put this stuff in my YouTube's tied into Google. So, their algorithm is insane, right? It feeds people what they want. Content is kind of evergreen here. Versus, I think Kick is working on some discoverability things, which, maybe will be really, really nice. I heard YouTube or Twitch is now working on some like discoverability for clips and stuff like that. But I think it's a little too late. I think YouTube just has everything, man. You can do your long form, you can do your short content now. And the potential reach, like the number of users on this platform is insane, right? So not to mention it covers every niche that pretty much exists. You can find an audience here. Now, obviously I don't think live streams are, well, I don't know about the discovery of live streams, discoverability. Like we'll see how this goes tonight. I'm not expecting there to be like a turnout here. I am giving away a keyboard, so if it's just you here all night, you can win a keyboard. Courtesy of Logitech, who's providing that. Shorts do very well on YouTube. Now, the YouTube though doesn't fuck around with the algorithm. That's the thing. I think that's the thing. People, they make shorts and they don't go anywhere. Sometimes, like, they can fall off really fast. But it's just like any other platform. Like, people want to watch certain kinds of content, and if you're not making that kind of content, or if you're making that kind of content and it's not any good, well, then you're not going to get as many views. You know what I mean? And that's just the truth of it. Now, not to mean that doesn't mean you can't still find your like niche audience, even if you're not getting millions of views. But like, the algorithm is, it's not this like, it's not this thing you can just blame. I think I heard Mr. Beast say it at one point that, people say, oh, the algorithm didn't like my video. And I thought he kind of poignantly said, replace the word algorithm with audience. Your audience didn't like your video. Because if they did, the algorithm would have fed it to them. And it did feed it to them. They just didn't respond to it. So, and that's okay. Like, you can make content just for yourself, and not everybody, it doesn't have to be like super successful. As long as you enjoy making it. It just depends on what your goals are. Like right now, I made a MUDCAT Malone video today just because I thought it was fun. I'm really enjoying Threads right now. I think it's a really fun like shit posting platform. And until they fuck it up eventually and add ads and other stuff. Like I think for now, like it's just kind of, it feels like old school Twitter and social media and stuff, and I really kind of dig that vibe. So really kind of inspired me to be like, hey, I want to fuck around and make a MUDCAT Malone video. So I did. What's up, Kristen? Yeah, you can take your shorts and put them on TikTok, you put them on Reels. Yeah, you can double dip. I also like YouTube because the content is here, right? You can double dip on content here. Like I could do this whole stream, right? We could have a 10 or 20 minute segment of like a really good fight or a really fun adventure or something, or I could do a fort or something like that. And I could just come here and like clip that out and make it a VOD on its own. So I could have the live stream, which continues to get views over time, and then also I can pull content out and make it VODs over here. Now, I don't know how that works with YouTube's native platform. I still think you might want to like download the video and edit it yourself and then re-upload it. But that's a, I think it's a little nicer here. I'm kind of in the mode of efficiency right now. What can I like? That's one of the reasons I really like Threads. It just came out is is the fact that you don't have to worry about DCMA. Why? Why don't you have to worry about that? Did they pay for a blanket radio licensing or something? That can't possibly be a thing. What are you up to tonight, Kristen? I don't know how that would work. Or is it just because they don't have the ability to mute VODs right now? Like you can't get it because they're not because they don't flag. Okay, yeah. So it's not because it's like legal or they've paid for it. It's just because, you know, they're not flagging. You still could, technically, if someone was inclined to, you know, track you down and make you pay. Wolf. Oh my god. I know that I can buy supplies and stuff, but I just feel like doing it the old-fashioned way. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't played. It's been a minute. Looks like there's a quest board. Let's go. I want to grab a quest, and I don't know if there's any new adventures or anything like that. I don't think there is until the 20th. Let's see what the season progress gives. Not that I'm gonna be hitting anything of significance here. Any cool items? Nothing particular. Nah. Trials, events. What events are going on? Daily deeds, special. No events right now. Oh yeah, hold on. Ship's Law, Adventures. Okay, so this one has ended. So, looks like that's not really anything we have to worry about. I don't know. So I like YouTube. I've been liking it when we've been doing it, using it for D20. I think it's clean. I don't have anything set up here. I kind of just did this on a whim tonight. So I like threw together a shitty thumbnail and I was like, you know what? I'll just give away a keyboard because, you know, I have, as a Logitech partner, I got a, I have, you know, access to like giving away stuff every month. So I wanted to start giving away stuff because why not? So I figured, you know what? I'll just throw a little giveaway up here. Give away a keyboard. See if we can pull some folks in from the Discord or Twitch or wherever or Twitter. Then we'll just chill, play a little bit of Sea of Thieves. Get that partnership? No, I've been a Logitech G. They're partner for a while. They're doing things a little differently now, but no, I've been one since 2019. And I guess I could have been giving away stuff for all that time, but have occasionally. But the process of it wasn't quite as straightforward to me. But tonight we're giving away one of these, which is a Logitech G 915 10 keyless keyboard. It's super thin. It's got mechanical keys, but they're like thin mechanical keys. No numpad on this one. They have a bigger version with the numpad that I have as well. That, you know, full disclosure, they gave me the keyboards, but I've been using them for years. And they're my favorite keyboards. I like them better than regular gaming keyboards because the keys are flatter and closer. Like you don't have to depress as far to get them to go. They're comfortable to type on, comfortable to play on. Personal preference. I like them, so I figured I'd give away one of these since I like these. So we'll do that here towards the end of the stream. Do the giveaway. So stick around, guys. We're on YouTube now, though, so be sure to like the stream. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I don't have alerts up for any of that yet. Again, this was a kind of a spur of the moment decision. Kind of like test out the waters here. No pun intended. You know what? Pun intended. I intended it. I meant for it. That was on purpose. Yeah, so do all that YouTube stuff. I wonder what Discovery is like here though. Like I you know, obviously people come and they watch VODs and stuff, but like for live streams, I wonder how many people just are like perusing YouTube and like they get fed a live stream. I don't know how common that is. Green tornado. Now I don't know what that is. That could be like the old red tornadoes with the flame heart stuff. Let's go find out. Like I say, it's been a while since I played. We'll just bare bones ship it today. I don't feel like putting anything on. Man, I'll be honest with you, it's wild to me that I still have the muscle memory for this. Like, I didn't even have to think about what I was doing there, whipping the sails down and getting the anchor up, and like, that is wild. I'm sure that the rust will be evident if I get into PvP. Yeah, I don't know. I know if you repeat this, like if you just put it on a loop forever, they'll eventually stop counting your views and ad money, I think, Kristen, because like they know it's like someone doing stuff on a repeat, but I don't think it hurts. You know what I mean? So ad revenue is not significant here. I'll be honest with you. But the sub split is significant. We've just started D20, like, you know, we really haven't had many subs transfer over because we haven't started the new season yet. You know, but like, you know, most of our subs on Twitch are gifted. Like we don't have a huge number of like subscribers. Most of the time, you know, most of the time the number is gifted, right? When we get up most of our subs. But even with like 4 or 5 people subbed, we're already like making a quarter of what we normally make off of subs. With only like 4 people versus like say like 20 some subs, because the split, because you get an extra you know, 20% off of everything. Yeah, you could use like the universe playlist is a pretty good playlist, I think, to put on repeat, like the universe playlist. I've used the hourglass a couple of times. What's up, Mr. Bung? Good to see you. I've used the hourglass a couple of times. I wish it had been a thing when I was playing all the time. I would have done nothing but that all day long, right? Because I would just sail around looking for PvP, just looking and looking and looking and getting nothing, and getting people that just ran away. Like, man, if that would have been something. You know, now I don't care as much, but at that time that'd have been a game changer for me in the content I was making. When you go to your subscription list, whoever's live is at the top. Oh, okay. Yeah, but I wonder for like new viewers, like how lives are fed. You know, I've been saying it for years though. Like whenever YouTube decides to make some sort of UI change for their live content, you know, to make it look like Twitch or Kick, and not that they're gonna do it just like that, but you know, there's a formula. Like even Mixer looked similar, right? So once they have like, I think, a familiar UI of how to search Like they have a live tab, right? And it just takes you to the different UI where you can browse and search by game, by demographic, by, you know, all sorts of by tags, maybe, you know, all the meta tags on streams and stuff. I think once that happens, oh shit, okay. I don't really want to fight this thing. I want to go see what this tornado is. We're gonna avoid this for now. God damn, they're feisty. Oh, really? You just kept getting people coming after you? I don't know. I would sail around for like 4 to 8 hours and just like, you know, we'd get like maybe 1 fight, 2 fights, but it was always someone new who didn't want to fight or like was such an easy fight. Like, you know, there was a time when we got on and like it was just hours of fights, and they were good fights too. Like, not that everyone was like amazing, but like, yeah, people holding their own. So, you know, yeah, Arena was nice, but honestly, I liked the original Arena more than I liked the later iterations of Arena. My only Oh, is this just a ghost ship thing? Okay, cool. Let's get some practice. My only qualm with Arena is that I needed like 10 more wins to get the Cutlass before they discontinued it, and I just was too lazy to do it. So I ended up with like 230 wins or something like that. But Arena was fun. Arena was good times. I say that with a grain of salt. Arena was good times when there wasn't like griefing or people just wanting to TDM. You know, like I liked actually playing the game mode. You know, that's the way it is. You know, what they should have done is created private servers. You know what I mean? They should have done private servers. And let the TDM folks set up their TDMs and enjoy themselves. Hell, you could have even done it as paid, like the private servers were paid to cut costs and things like that. Like, so why are the ghost ships? Because Flameheart's not here now? Is that why we got this this shenanigans going on here with the ghost ships? I mean, realistically, you know, I know that nothing's changed here, right? It's pretty much same content, just repackaged. Let's see. Miss. This is good. This is good for me to practice. There's still 3 hits? Still 3 hits. All right. We're gonna cut hard here. want to see if we can't spin around to get this guy. Got this guy coming. Hey, look at that. 3 for 3 from downtown. Shit. A little high. No, I got 2. I got 2. Too far. Too far. Got this one coming in. Which way to shoot? Which way to shoot? Let's see which way that's, yeah, that's going that way. That one might be good. There it is. No, whiff. Fuck. I'm gonna whip back around, try to get these supplies, hit this ship. A nice little warm up. Get used to the way the cannons fly again, you know. There's that guy. All right, spin, spin, spin. I do want to pick up some supplies here, so I don't get caught with low cannonballs. Oh, there it goes. Goodbye. Too far. I need to prioritize getting these supplies here. Oh, okay. All right. I'm having a rough time with these. There it is. Oh. Got some cannonballs there. Sick, nasty. Distance firing. Yeah, it's definitely tricky to kind of regain the angles. I gotta be honest though, I don't feel like, I mean, I haven't even been hit once, so this seems like a very like low level activity now. Not that Flameheart was this like super robust experience or anything like that. You know, it was more of just a like it just took time. But they still hit you though. Even there, like, easy broadside didn't get me. Whiff, 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 whiff. I lost the angle there. Let's see. Go ahead and store. I grab this next set of crates. Where the... That's so weird to me that it just keeps like defaulting to landing on the deck of my ship. I'm like, I don't know if that's a glitch or that's just like how it is now. I don't like it. I like to take it off the harpoon myself. I guess it's nice in a way. I was hoping the new adventures would be out, but I forgot that they don't come out till the 20th. Although I think people are upset right now because they're kind of like time gating those. Like they're gonna trickle them out over a number, like one a month or something like that. Something bananas. Which was also a complaint I'd had for a while. Oh, finally got hit. Finally got hit again. Here's hoping we don't hit those kegs. He's taking like 10 to kill. That was unfortunate that we did hit the kegs. Oh, actually, it looks like they just knocked us around. I wonder what the meta is now for guns. Is it still, what is it? Is it Blundy? Is it like pistol sword, sniper Blundy, pistol Blundy? What's going on? I've heard there's been a lot of like issues. Well, I mean, I always hear like there's issues, but I've been hearing a lot of chatter recently about, you know, like glitches and, you know, problems in the game. I don't know if it's a hit reg thing or like what people are complaining about now, but all right, got that guy. Oh, okay. I see. You know what? For treasure, that's a lot fucking nicer. Objections rescinded. What the fuck was that sound? Swords OP. When have people not complained about swords though? Wait, so I took down one of these captains and I get another wave of like single ships? For real? Let's see, I get one behind me here. Ooh, that was rough. Oh, actually I got it. Third one was rough. How are we looking down here? We're good? We good? Mad Hatter, what's up? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. I guess now that we're on YouTube, we can do the whole YouTube itch. You know, yo guys, what's up? Like and subscribe. Classic YouTube. Ever gotten to Sea of Thieves? Oh, you know, it's fun. I got way too far into it for years. This is the first time I've played in a really long time. Just dabbling tonight. Play something else the next time we stream. I don't have a set stream schedule now. I know I'm trying to hit Mondays and Thursdays for sure. Other than that, I don't know. Because obviously then we're doing D20 stuff on the week, on Sundays, and Thursday stream should probably be earlier or longer. Maybe earlier and longer, starting in August. Once Meteorian Core is done. Once we're no longer confined to the Meteorian Core schedule. Okay, is this the final ship, or is this just another captain 10 banger? Probably eat something. This looks like the 10 hit ships. Oh no, wait, this is a... That looks like Flameheart ship there, so... Oh, I'm gonna... How did that miss me? Wow. I feel like in the old stuff, I'd have gotten lit up there. I would have gotten absolutely destroyed. Art legend, if it means anything. I guess it depends who you ask these days. I don't think it's probably means as much as it used to. Just given that they put so much stuff in the game that gave people so many options to like get there. I won't say that it's necessarily easier. I mean, I guess objectively it's easier. It took me a long time to get Pirate Legend. I think I hit Pirate Legend maybe like at the 1 year mark of the game. Or like just under, maybe just under 1 year. It was about the time that I started playing it on Mixer. You know, because I had played it on Twitch and stuff. And then I was on Mixer doing some other stuff for a while. Overwatch and some other stuff. Speaking of that, I should play some Overwatch soon. That'd be fun. Look at all this treasure just laying here. All right. There's the hole in the back. It's been teased. I finally get a start date for work. No. No. It's obviously frustrating. It's been very frustrating. I've got some freelance stuff though that I'm doing this month. I actually just got a thing today. It's like a editing gig. Not like a huge one, but you know, just helping out a YouTube channel with some rough cuts. So I'll be doing that. And I think that'll be kind of a consistent thing. You know, it's not like a huge thing, but it'll be something. And then I'm gonna be working on the GCX marathon, helping to produce that end of July into August, right before GCX. So that's like an 8-day thing that I'll be working on. Yeah, well, the vetting's done, like in terms of like they have all the information. Now it's just a thing of like, it's got to be reviewed. And the people that review it, I think, also just like have normal jobs as well. I don't think like they're not like full-time reviewers. So I think they have like a certain amount of time to get it done. And it's like 45 days or something like that, or maybe even longer. I don't know. Could be longer. So, hoping, you know, hoping by August. You know, it was, oh, fuck. Fuck. Ah! Are you even a pirate legend if you don't walk off your ship? Come on, Merm. I mean, my ship will come back around, if nothing else. Alright, get some swimming for the ship. That cannon hit made it turn a lot faster. I'm not gonna get it. Nope, I'm not gonna get it. Shit, should have kept swimming. Yeah, the job market is strange these days. You know, it's been 9 months, I think, since I got laid off. I have to do the math, but October. You know, so it's getting there. You know, luckily we were prepared for that kind of eventuality. You know, I've always been pretty good about saving and stuff like that, so luckily that's not been a huge issue for us. And then obviously Caustic's still working, and you know, we still have stuff like D20 and, you know, side gigs of like stuff that we do, like you know, like the production stuff and freelance editing and stuff like that occasionally. But you know, even that said, even though, you know, it hasn't been an issue, like, you know, it's not like the world's best situation. Bro, you get 3 companies to respond. I have. So I made it harder on myself in that I was trying to get out of education completely. Like, I just didn't want to be in education. I was done. Fuck, there's a sloop coming. All right. Make sure our wheel's repaired. I've applied to so many jobs though, like even now, like, just in case something happens with this job where they're like, we, you know, verification didn't work or whatever, I'm you know, I'm still applying to things, you know, just on the off chance. I'd love to get going though, because if I do start, you know, I'll actually have access to a master's degree program there that I want to do. So, you know, that's something I also want to do. They were definitely down below trying to repair. And they had the flag of war up. You guys saw it. You all saw it. Here, I'm gonna try to let them. Board my ladder. Hey man, I listen. I'm 30. I'm gonna be 34. So age is just a number. You know, the mentality that I have on things is like, hold on. You know, grad school, it might take you a year or two, depending on the program and stuff like that. You know, you can either, you know, so if you're 40, you can either be 42 with the master's degree, or you can be 42 with exactly what you have now. You know what I mean? The time is passing either way, so that's kind of how I've looked at it on some things. You know, it's hard though, because you're like, you know, well, you know, costs money to go to school and stuff like that, so like that's a consideration. But in terms of like, you know, sitting on your hands or whatever, or like thinking, you know, I'm too old, or, you know, I should have done it earlier or whatever, like, you know, you didn't. It is what it is, you know. And at the risk of sounding like I've been watching too much motivational TikTok, you know, I'm also like the idea that like, you know, of your life having chapters, right? And, you know, in a book or whatever, like, if the best chapter is like right at the beginning, and then nothing good happens for the next, you know, 200 pages, like, that's a shitty book. You know what I mean? So like, so I think it's good. I think it's good to like have new chapters of your life. You know, because you don't want your book to be fucking boring. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't remember where I heard that idea. You know, that's like, you know, you've got these different chapters in your life, and, you know, it's like reading a book. Like, you know, you may have a great chapter, but if you don't ever do anything else, then you've got this whole book of nothing with one good chapter. Like, you know, so I kind of been I like to think of things in chapters. You know what I mean? And hopefully, maybe not all the chapters are gonna be as good as the others, but, you know, hopefully, you know, you're writing better chapters as you go, or at least all of them are interesting. They're all unique and individual. Beat yourself up for a few months. Hey man, I get you, dude. You know, like, I totally get it. Even though, like, you know, I got laid off, and it wasn't anything I did. You know, it wasn't because I was like shitty at my job or anything like that, or, you know, just like one of those things just happened. You know, even though that was the situation, like, you know, the fact that the job market's hard, and I was trying to shift industries as well, into an industry where the only true experience I have is, you know, the only true experience I have is working for myself. You know what I mean? Which, cool, if working for myself pays all my bills, you know, but that's not the case. At least not yet. Maybe someday D20 will pay all our bills. That'd be great. That'd be fucking insane. Honestly, having all this time off and putting so much work into it has definitely made me believe that, like, that's one thing I'd really love to do with my life, is just have the time to, you know, not worry about anything else. to just do that full time and like make that my priority with nothing else kind of hanging over my head. International relations, nice. I'm hoping once I get this job and I have access to ooh. Once I have access to you know, a free program or cheaper programs, you know, I'd like to pick up a marketing degree that I've had my eye on. It's kind of an accelerated master's. Mostly for the sake of like our businesses for D20 and other stuff, you know. Because anything I know about marketing or yo, what's up, Jay Carr? Anything I know about marketing or anything like that is just like is literally just having learned it on our own by streaming and trial and error, and you know, I still think there's so much that I don't know. Maybe not that I don't know, that because there are some things I know, but like I don't know how to put them in practice. You know, I don't know how to use the tools, and you know, just because my I don't really learn new things for our stuff unless I need them. You know what I mean? I'm not just out here learning marketing strategies just for the sake of it. Well, I'd be working at a school, so once I start this new job, so I should have access to this program at least for free, which is a nice perk. And then hopefully having that master's will, you know, since I am kind of moving, this is kind of an in-between step. Not saying that like I'm gonna move on necessarily, but like it's a teaching role still, but it's teaching about the things that the industry I'm trying to move into. So, you know, it's teaching about, you know, video platforms like YouTube, like Twitch, like stuff. So, you know, hopefully marketing would then allow me to take that and you know, either move somewhere to another department in, you know, that has a better opportunity, or you know, or just to grow our own business with the knowledge I got off of that. Let's go to Dagger Tooth. Yeah, no, I've got a job. I accepted it a couple of months ago, but it's just like because I don't have a master's in a related field, and my undergraduate is, you know, even though it's an education, because they're a university, they have to meet certain accreditation standards, and so basically my 10 years of streaming, content creation, you know, using platforms, doing stuff like with the Navy and shoutcasting, and working with all these, being partnered on different platforms and stuff. So basically I had to go back 10 years of like, here's what I was doing, and you know, here's how it translates into equivalent experience in the industry. I think I'm gonna sail past Daggertooth and go south for the sake of dropping this stuff off. I think that sloop behind me may be coming my way. I'm not overly concerned about it since they got lit up by the ghost ships. So if they wanna tussle, they can come get a taste. I just don't want to do this in the storm, so I'm gonna keep rocking south for a bit. I know it's against the wind, but so anyway, you know, I just you know, it's just crazy, man. I I don't know when this happened in my life or when this changed. You know, it's probably from streaming so many hours and like working a day job and grinding so hard. But like, I have a hard time not doing something now. Oh, look, another sloop. You know what I mean? Like, I have a difficult time with not having a gig right now, like a full-time thing. I have a lot of you know, I got like ADHD, and like if I'm not pressed against a wall for time and like, Sea of Thieves is good, J-Car. How are you, man? If I'm not like pressed against a wall for like deadlines and like time, and if I'm not multitasking and spinning like 10,000 plates, then I just am not efficient. I need that stress to I thrive in that stress, that kind of stress. And I just feel lazy, even though I'm sitting here a lot of days and like, I've been working on stuff like our pool and like stuff around the house, like, because some of it needed to be, really like taken care of, and just been doing stuff around here and, getting to some projects that didn't have time for. And then also, spending like some days I'm spending like 16, 17 hours working on D20 Deathmatch for next season, and like, I'm doing a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like in the context of like, I'm doing a normal day's worth of work, you know what I mean? But it just doesn't feel like it to me because it's not attached to a, to a salary. It's not attached to a considerable. And D20 Deathmatch, don't get me wrong, D20 Deathmatch is doing fine. We're growing. I think we're gonna have our best year ever here on YouTube. I really do. There's a Reaper too. Shit, dude. There's a lot of people around. Okay. I don't really want to chill with that Reaper. So let's... I don't want to go to Reaper's hideout either. You know what? Fuck it. Let's take a left to Galleon's Grave and let's just clear it out. If that's an AFK ship, then, we'll just knock it off and... Start CrossFit 3 weeks ago. Yeah, dude. I just don't do well sitting on my hands. And it's not like I'm, it's crazy because I wake up at like 8 or 9 every morning. Like, and I do stuff all day long. Don't go to bed till like 2. So it's not like I'm just sitting around being fucking lazy. But I feel lazy. You know what I mean? I don't know when that happened in my life because, like, not that I was ever like lazy, but I was totally fine. Like, I could sit on the couch and watch 15 hours of TV in a day and do it the next day too, or play video games all day and be like, yeah, I got no problems with this. I feel totally satisfied with my life choices. Maybe it's just something about getting older. Like I don't play that many games anymore. I value my time a little differently. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just have a different perspective on the value of time. I have had to start doing to-do lists. I've never been a list person, but that's something I've kind of been working on this year. I've been trying to better myself this year, and just like I've always been a person, like, I have a list in my brain, and that's always been good enough. Like I can have 50 things up here that I gotta remember, and I'll remember them all. But so like remembering them is not the problem. Remembering the 50 things I have to do is not the problem. It's It's the fact that I have to then do those 50 things. You know what I mean? Like I have to, um, I a stack for the dance. No, I probably won't be playing tomorrow. Appreciate it though. I'm just gonna knock this boat out of the water. It's probably empty, but I need this outpost. Oops. Probably a little wave action there. There we go. Looks like it was AFK, so we're good. We're all good. Take it around the other side though, so I can sell it to the Sovereign. There's a Reaper. It's down south. Yeah, I made a whole Discord for being productive, especially for like D20 deathmatch stuff. That Caustic and I can use. Like I made a whole private server. If you sink, you'll sub. Yeah, you know what, man? If you're having a good time, sub. If not, then don't. I might go after it. I might not. I'm gonna sell all this treasure first, and then figure out what I'm gonna do next. Dun, 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 dun. It's been a long time since I played, so I'm just kind of kicking off the rust here. It's mostly chilling. Yeah, so I gotta have a list now to like. It's not about remembering the things, which is kind of always what I like, oh, that's what lists are for, so you don't forget the things you need to do. But it's also, for me, it's a way I can prioritize the things I want to do. Like, I can make that list, and then I can say, okay, I'm going to do these 5 things today, these things tomorrow, these things the next day, and I can, like, number them or whatever, like, you know, by importance. Because having the list for me is not enough. I have executive dysfunction then because I'm like, I got all this shit to do. Like, wow, I have so much to do. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Even though I could pick any number of things and be making progress, my brain just doesn't let me. So, I have found that by making a list, I can then prioritize and, no, it all fell down here. That actually works out really well. Yeah, so that like making lists, I've been, since I've had the time off, I mean, I've been really working on like kind of bettering myself this year, to be honest. Breaking some of my bad habits and just trying to get out of my own way. Some things. Get out of my own way, get the depression and stuff under control. That kind of stuff. Been helpful. Obviously, mentally been hard when, you feel like, gosh, I I should be doing something and you don't have anything to do in terms of like job wise. So that's been something I've had to kind of come to terms with. So I've just been all around just trying to live my life a little bit better, you know? And nerf the Fort of the Dam. Nah, it sucks. So I don't think that I can harpoon this stuff. I would like to... By the way, guys, if you're chilling, you haven't hit the subscribe button, do that over here. Make sure you like the stream as well. It's been a long time since I've had to shill any stream stuff. That's one of my favorite parts of D20 Deathmatch is that I don't have to shill anything. You know, I don't have to like... I never have to be like subscribe. You know? Follow. I never had to, we don't do any of that. Like, it's nice. We just show up and we just play games. Alright, I'm gonna turn this ship, so... do something stupid here. Since the storm's rolling in. Storm has followed me here. No, I don't, there's no shame. Like, I don't feel any shame in doing it, but like, you know, it's just like one of those, like, so much of streaming, like 90% of streaming is just repeating the same shit you've already said. You know what I mean? People ask the same questions. You say the same things over and over again. You know, and you got to remind people to do this stuff because, you know, how else are you going to... and it's just like, I'm so good. Like with D20, I'm glad we don't do anything like that. Not that I don't like talking to chat, because I do. That's fun. But like, I really like making a show where we don't have to really, like, we could interact with chat and stuff there, with different methods and stuff, but like for the most part we're focused on, you know, making a fun show for people to enjoy, and we don't have to, like, that aspect of it is just not the same as when you're, you know, doing a stream like this. Do a 15-second MUDCAT commercial. I could. Well, and that's the other thing is, like, when we do, you know, kind of ask for those things in our halftime commercial, like, it's fun, right? Like, we mix it in with fun videos. It's like, it's not... We get to do it in a way that's fun to do. Is it a lame? Oh, I got plans for MUDCAT Malone, guys. Today was not the last MUDCAT Malone content you'll see. I'd like to say that I'd keep up with it on social media in terms of like shorts and stuff, because I think that's where its true value is just ripping off shorts of me just fucking riffing on whatever thing and making it a conspiracy theory. But no, there's gonna be I think there will be, not to give too much away, but I think there will be a time where we see D20 Deathmatch and MUDCAT Malone join forces. um, I have some ideas for some tabletop content. That would you know, be using MUDCAT Malone as a character. Can't say too much more than that because I haven't really planned anything, or, you know, there's no like actual plan or anything necessarily. Yeah, my thread notifications are fucking insane. I like threads, dudes. I really like threads. I just see a heart or something. I thought I just saw a heart in the chat. Was there a heart? Reaction or something? I don't know. That was weird. I'm still getting used to all this. Still getting used to everything on YouTube here. Oh yeah, there's 100%. Nice. Okay. How did I get 500 subs? Well, you know, I used to stream Sea of Thieves on Twitch a lot. And I was a Sea of Thieves partner. When their partner program came out for, you know, for 2-3 years, I was a Sea of Thieves partner. It's kind of one of the top Sea of Thieves streamers on Mixer. And then, you know, so I just started, I had an audience for Sea of Thieves that I built over a number of years on Mixer and Twitch. And then I just started posting content on here. You know, just some videos of me solo sloop PvPing, because that was kind of my deal. That was kind of my thing. Doing the PvP, and, you know, a couple of guides on stuff. So just consistency, really. I mean, that's the name of the game. You know, you don't have to stream every day for 16 hours or 17 hours or anything like that. And realistically, you shouldn't. You should stream for a couple hours and then take that stream and make TikToks and make YouTube videos and, you know what I mean? Kind of reuse that content and just be consistent with it, you know? Even if it's just like posting a YouTube video once every couple of weeks, you know? Just put the time in to make it something people are interested in. You know, just showing up consistently is a big part of the battle. So you know, that's I appreciate the sub, bud. Yeah, that's kind of how we got to, what, 700 and some subs here. I've had that for a long time. I've had that just sitting, 700 subs just been sitting for a while. You know, so hopefully we can, you know, pick the channel back up. I don't really know how YouTube works with like live stuff, and, you know, people talk about channels being dead, like once you stop making content, or once you switch kinds of content, like your audience, like, you know, the algorithm just doesn't ever pick it back up again. I don't know how true that is. I gotta think the algorithm's smart enough to know that if you start making content people want, that it can feed it there. Man, those days after Mixer, those Mixer days took a toll for sure. You know, working from 8 to 4, and then streaming from, like, for a while I was streaming 4 to 8, then I got off from 8 to midnight, and then I streamed from midnight to 4. Or some days I would just do 4 to 4, or I would do 10 to 4 or 5. You know, I'd get up at 8 again. Like, those days were rough. At the time, though, like, I was cruising. It's like this thing when you're so sleep deprived for so long, like that just becomes your normal. Like you just adapt. Once I stopped doing that, it took me a long time to get back to a normal sleep schedule. And even now, my brain is wired to stay up at night. Like last night, I literally couldn't go to sleep all night. You know, I couldn't sleep all last night. And part of that's my depression meds that give me insomnia sometimes. But part of that's also just the fact that where's that Reaper at? Let's go look. See if it's here or not. Oh, there it is. Let's go west. Reaper 3. Let's see what's going on. I've always been kind of a night owl too. But like that was taking it to an extreme. And at the time, like it didn't feel like anything bad. Like I was like, if I'm tired, I'll sleep. But I just wasn't tired. Or, you know, I could do this thing when I wasn't during that time where I could stay up all night and I could pull those kind of hours. And then I could sit down on the couch during the day during lunch, take a 10-minute nap. Like I would sit down and be asleep instantly. Wake up in 10 minutes without an alarm. And I felt like it felt like getting 8 hours of sleep. It literally felt that way because I guess every minute was just so vital to me. You know, and I was trying to balance my job and streaming and playing D&D and, you know, being married, having a house, which is, you know, all it's... And, you know, to be completely honest, all of those things suffered. You know what I mean? You have sleep apnea? Oh, damn, dude. You know, you can't put that much time into things and everything else in your life not suffer. Like that's just what I learned from that. Even if I was able to not sleep forever, like all the other things in my life, you know, kind of they weren't thriving. Not that they were like falling apart necessarily at the time, but like, you know, they weren't, you know, getting better when nothing was balanced. And that was okay for a time. Like I'm also someone who believes that it's okay sometimes to live in extremes. Because you only get one chance at life, right? And if there's something you really want to do, and you really want to try, like sometimes it's worth sacrificing for. Like that's okay too. But you know, for me, it's like when I started for a long time staying up all night, it got me lots of follows, it got me subs, it got me sparks, or you know whatever. And you know it was working to growing my channel, but there came a point where it just wasn't anymore. Like the follows weren't there. You know, I was missing out on things on Twitch. Content creation had started to shift to what it is now, where like putting in an insane amount of hours is the stupid way to do things. You know, you should use the algorithm to your advantage. You know, spend your time editing and making this kind of content and networking and stuff versus like spending all your time streaming. You know, all that had started to shift, so like the gains I was getting just weren't. And luckily, you know, for me, like once I wasn't getting any more benefit out of it, like, well, fuck, I'm going to sleep. Yeah, I mean the point where it wasn't worth it anymore was when there were, you know, follows were dried up, subs were dried up. You know, I wasn't growing, and you know, if you're growing, it's okay. It was okay for me, even if it wasn't like super profitable. Being it's okay if it's profitable, but you're not growing, as long as you're, making money to compensate yourself for the time and effort you're putting in on stuff. And at sometimes, I wasn't growing, but it was making okay money. And I was enjoying playing games. And then other times wasn't making very good money, but we were still growing. And so those were worth it. But when both of those things dried up at the same time, then I'm like, yeah, no, it's not worth it anymore. So I backed off and then moved to Twitch, and then we moved across the country. Not too long after that. And honestly, that was the real breaking point for me, because like there was just a couple of weeks where I couldn't stream. Or if I did stream, it was like on a janky setup on a, while we were traveling or in an Airbnb for a few weeks before we got our house, and or while we were moving. I did a few streams like that, and that was okay, but like wasn't the same kind of time. And then once we got moved in, like just kind of that break away from streaming, I just felt like this huge sense of relief of like, oh shit, I don't have to get on tonight. Like I actually can just go to dinner and get drunk and have a good time and come home and sleep or watch TV, or I can, go do something at night, go watch a movie, or be around for something else. And so, kind of when I was kind of forced to take that little bit of time off, I kind of wanted to fight this ship. Really, there was no going back to that kind of schedule after that. I tried once we moved down here. I tried to get back onto that, like, at least like a 10 to 2 schedule, 10 to 3. Just couldn't do it. Couldn't make myself do it anymore. I just was like, yeah, I don't want to. So I didn't. And then I, and then I, really around that same time was like, I was just like, I don't really want to make the same kind of content I've been making for like 7 years. I want to do something interesting that's unique, something that I think is fun. And so that's when I started doing, the MUDCAT Malone stuff, which took a lot longer to get started than I wanted because of the artists and people that were supposed to be getting me stuff. And that's a whole thing. I just never really got the things I was supposed to get, so that hindered what I could do. And it was so late that by the time I got the stuff, like, all my excitement for it was like, not past, but like, it wasn't like it was. I was a little bit jaded about the whole experience because of the things I was promised that I didn't get, which kind of like informed how I could make the content. And I've said it before, like that was a really rough time for me too. It was just kind of a coincidence that I happened to be like going through like some really, really bad depression at that time. Probably like maybe some of the worst depression, not the worst, but some of the worst in my life. So I just didn't have the energy to put into it the way I wanted to, which made me, annoyed. We got a brigantine coming, and I don't have enough cannonballs to light them up like I want to. So that that whole thing just kind of like got pushed to the side, even though like I personally think right content, wrong time. You know what I mean? Kind of one of those deals. And I knew that when I switched away from Sea of Thieves and I said, I started doing a different, more unique kind of content, that I was gonna lose folks, and we weren't gonna be streaming to like 80 or 100 people anymore, or that wasn't gonna be a thing anymore. I knew that, but combined with like the depression, like that shit eats at you as well. So that did a number on my head. That is a that's a solo brig player, I think. So please allow me to turn around and fuck up his whole day. Yeah, games industry. Oh, they're about to get chomped on, son. Yeah. Well, you know, in that changed a lot of things for like COVID, and that time period changed a lot of things for me. Obviously, we moved and stuff, and we were in a brand new place. And like, you know, we didn't know anybody here, and like during COVID, you can't really meet anybody. Oh, they're fucked. You know, so like, you know, couldn't really meet anybody. We moved across, you know, so it's just me and Cossack here, and because of COVID, like, you know, I had already been working from home. She started working from home, and like, that also did kind of a number on me, you know, just being completely honest about it, because, you know, I was used to working from home by myself, you know, being the only one here. And then like I gotta, you know, so that's a whole new dynamic in my day to day. That kind of like threw things off for me, you know, like, so that was, you know, something we had to navigate. Yeah, Reno was a pretty good time. You know, I don't even care about that loot. What's that? Got a Reaper over here to the southwest. I don't really have any, I don't really have anything to shoot it with, though. I'm gonna have to, let me go to the outpost here. Get into the outpost. Yeah, I've been playing a long time, too. I worked from home for 7 years. I started in 2015. And you know what, man? Like, that's also a thing that changed for me. Like, I never thought, like, that I would want to... I never thought that I'd want to, like, go back to an office or, like, you know, or work in a school again or, like, in person anywhere. Like, I never really thought that I would want to do that. But, maybe just as I got older, like, because I'm like, I'm good. I don't really want to see people. I don't really like people. As I got older, though, like, I realized, no, wait, I actually do like people, you know? I don't know where I got that idea that I didn't. I do. I like bullshitting. I like talking. I like working collaboratively on things, especially creatively. I think that's just something I wasn't able to, like, appreciate because I wasn't enjoying my job, you know what I mean? So I think that was the key. Or, you know, when I taught in the public school, like, I didn't really have, yeah, you're kind of alone all day. So I think that was a an eye opener, and like, no, I'm not like super jazzed to like let me go back to an office just cause for anything, but like, you know, if I could find a job producing things in person, being collaborative in person on creative stuff, I would do it. You know, I'm excited about teaching college in person. I think that'll be a nice change from high school. um, that I think I'll enjoy a lot more. So, yeah, but so I get that. It definitely, there came a point where I was, and I don't really know when it happened. It just kind of happened where I'm just like, man, I'd love to get out of the house. You know? Versus, you know, when I started working from home, like, you know, I had people telling me like, aren't you going to miss working with people and seeing people? I'd be like, no. I was like, no. I was like, this will be great. But I think the thing that you don't realize when you start working from home, and I'm still a proponent of like people should be able to work flexibly from home wherever they're most productive. I think one thing people don't think about when they work from home is like, you know, being social is a is a muscle. You know what I mean? Like being social is a muscle, and you can be the most social person on the planet. If you lock yourself away for 4 or 5 years and don't talk to anybody most days, I promise you, you're gonna lose that. You're gonna feel awkward, not know how to, you know, engage, and then you're just gonna tell yourself you don't want to, because it's easier to say, "Oh, I don't want to," than to admit the fact that, like, I know it's just uncomfortable, and I need to get over it. You know, it's like, I think people don't realize that, and I didn't realize it, and I only realize it now because I did so many years, you know, pretty much in solitude, and even now I'm pretty, you know, because I'm not working on anything or doing anything. You know, most of the stuff I'm doing is at here at home. You know what I mean? So, and then the thing that they don't ever tell you, you know, I think everybody figures out eventually, is that like making friends as an adult is kind of hard. You know, unless you put yourself, you have to, you know, because your whole life you're like in school, you're all these places where like, you know, you're put in places with other people. But unless you like join a club or join a team or, you know, make an effort to go somewhere and do something, like, you're not gonna make any friends. And yeah, you make online friends playing games or whatever, stuff like that. And I've got friends I've met that way that are great friends. But you know, I'd much rather be spending time in person with them than, you know, online. More than ever? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is, Kristen. Like, I've been kind of locked away in solitude for like since 2015. You know, it's like 8 years now. And even when it's just me and Caustic, like, you know, it's just like we're the same two people in the house every day. You know what I mean? It's just not healthy. You know what I mean? It's not healthy. It's not mentally healthy to have no other outside input. You know, you lose perspective on things. You start to get insular. Yeah, I don't really know when that changed either, but that was just kind of a realization I had one day. I was like, you know what? I like talking to people. I like, you know, shooting the shit and bullshitting, and you know, I'm good at it. You know, when we go to conventions, you know, a funny thing, like Caustic is so much more animated on her stream. You know, but when you go out to meet strangers, like we're completely opposite. You know what I mean? Like if we go to a convention, I will spend all night talking to new folks and having drinks and eating food and having a good time and you know, she'll hang out with people for about an hour and then be like, I gotta go. You know, like, I gotta go. So which you wouldn't think, right? Because we're just like on, you know, on stream and stuff, it's like totally different. Like I'm super chill here, and she's very high energy. You know, because honestly, because that's just like, because that's the difference between, and I think that's why I like being around people, because without someone physically present, like I just don't get revved up. You know what I mean? The same way I do. So it's just like I have a hard time putting that kind of energy into digital spaces. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's something I've tried to get better at over the years of like, honestly, you know what I think it is, and I'm not, maybe not strictly this, but you know, I think I'm more self-conscious on stream than she is. Like I'm more measured. I think that just comes from I don't know, years of streaming on Twitch at a different time and like having a different experience, you know, and like seeing things from other streamers that I didn't like, you know, and trying not to do those things. So I think really what it is it comes down to is like I'm probably more self-conscious on stream than she is. Versus in person, I give zero fucks what anybody thinks. Like it just like almost to a fault. Like you know those people joke online where they're like, you know, I wish you could just whenever you're done with a conversation, like you're bored or whatever, that you could just say, I'm bored, I'm leaving, and just walk away. Like I do. In person, you know. That's sometimes more politely than that, but you know, I walk away from a lot of conversations. Yeah, come alive more in D&D. Yeah. I definitely, well, you know what, the other thing is like Caustic is very intrinsically energetic and motivated. You know, her her energy is just like, you know, self-motivated. Mine is fed from other people's reactions. So like our live shows, when we do our live shows, that's like the peak for me. I don't care how big a crowd is. I will stand in front of however many people. Does not matter, and I will be as loud as I can possibly be. Because I just feed off of other people's energy. I think that's what it is, really. It's just like more of a. Some people have intrinsic energy that comes from within. Other people got to be inspired. Although, you know, I'm better about that now. I think a lot of that's tied to my depression. Because I feel like that for 30 years of my life, that kind of robbed that intrinsic energy from me. And so my brain is just kind of wired in a way to not have it now. Because, you know, now that things are kind of better on that front, and you know, I'm on meds and stuff, like I do get bursts of that sometimes, and that feels really good. You know, I feel very much like myself when that happens. So I think that's probably part of it too. I told you guys, I've been doing a lot of work on myself this year. A lot of self-reflection. Trying to figure my shit out. I definitely come alive on D&D when it's D&D I want to be on. You know, when it's a cool story, uh, you know, a fun story that's has a lot of energy and makes sense. The fastest way for me to lose interest in a D&D game is for the story to not make sense, for random things to just happen. Not in the sense like if it's a random show, it's like a chaotic show, that's whatever. But like when I can't follow the logic, or when someone just dumps something on me as if I'm supposed to understand why this is a thing or why it's important, or like I'm supposed to like fill in the gaps of like storytelling on why, you know, on this thing, that just kills it for me. Inconsistency kills it for me. In rulings, what else? Playing a session with no encounters, where not you know, an encounter doesn't have to be combat. It can be like, oh, you're talking to the jarl of the town, and you got to figure out all this stuff, and he sends you on a quest, and you know, an encounter, or you got to solve a puzzle or a riddle, or you know, if I sit through a 4-hour session and we just sit and talk in the same room in the same setting, like, I don't care. Really don't care how good the RP is. That's fucking boring. And you know, unfortunately for me, I don't have the kind of face that hides that very well. So, you know, nor do I really care to hide it. I like playing D20 Deathmatch, and I like when we play with the Cantrip cast, because those guys are fun, and it's just weird and obnoxious, and you know, it'll just be a chaos gremlin. It's always a little awkward starting out one of those one shots because it's like so weird, and everyone's kind of got to fall into place. But usually by the end of it, I'm really enjoying those. I've come to find that I enjoy one shots. Honestly, it's something I already knew, though. I knew that going in. And I said that day one, probably, when we started playing with Robert. That, like, I don't really want to do long-term campaigns. I don't really like long-term campaigns. I get bored. I want to play new characters. I want to mix it up and do some stuff. I still don't have enough supplies to take on whatever ship this is. Let me go over to this fort down here to the south. Let's see if we can get some more cannonballs. I probably should have just bought some, but I'm a cheap bastard. You know, I enjoyed like playing in Runaway Robots show. You know, although we did like 10 or 12 sessions, that started to get a little bit long for me. You know, not that I didn't enjoy it, because I really enjoyed playing with Dan and Kat and Joel. That crew was very fun to play with, and I liked especially playing with Kat, to be honest. Like, I think our characters kind of vibed well and had the same kind of chaoticness, which was a lot of fun for me. But you know, by the end of that series, I was like, good. We're wrapping up. I like that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do moving forward. Obviously, when Meteorian Core ends, I'm not planning to be in any more shows on Robert's channel. There's no plans for that, or I have not been asked about that, nor do I really care to seek that out, to be honest. Because I think my days of playing like a long-term campaign are just kind of done. D20 is a long term, but it's more like an anthology. You know, it's episodic. You know, if I was asked to come back to play, you know, like a villain, or like do a one shot, or do something like The Man with the Diamond Eyes, where it's a 3-shot and it's high energy. That's the other thing, is like the pacing of shorter campaigns is just so much more jam packed. It's more fun. Like that's what it is. It's just it's encounter. And if you're good, you can get the RP in there too, and that's great. And that makes it even better. But yeah, I as far as right now, like, you know, there's been no talk of anything else afterwards. And yeah, I think that I will be taking a break. And you know, pursuing other channels, maybe other opportunities to play in shorter term stuff more often. You know, maybe be in shorter productions once a month or something. Yeah. So, you know, the only way that I think I would like consider going back is if it was for a long-term thing, is if it was a paid gig, like kind of that thing of like valuing my time, especially now that I, you know, am trying to, you know, recoup being out of work for 9 months. Like, if I'm not getting paid, I'm probably not doing it, you know. And at this point, you know, you know, I've done that for like 4 or 5 years now. So, that's kind of where I am there. Like, it's just not worth my time. Because if I'm not going to get paid, I'd rather not get paid on my own channels. And, you know, and grow my own stuff and grow something that I have ownership in. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and to be honest, like, I mean, to be completely honest, I've kind of just grown to enjoy different types of content than I get there. You know, like, it's not that I don't enjoy playing the characters long term are fine. It's honestly the storylines and stuff, like, and the setups for things, and how much time we spend, just how many episodes we've done, you know, nothing. Which, you know, for some people, they really like that. They like just the slice of life shopping episode, talking a lot. But that's just not for me. It's just not for me. So, yeah, maybe. At this point, I just want to make really cool shows that are fun, and just have chaotic, short-term stuff. I think that's where my interest is. You know. There's just different styles of things, you know? And like, I don't know. It's always interesting to me to see like what people as a viewer like. You know, people come and they're like, "Oh, this is great. I love this. This is the best D&D I've ever seen. This is the best DM. This is the best player. This is the best whatever." Because like, sometimes I have a wildly different opinion as a player in a show. You know, sometimes I'm like, I've been in campaigns and episodes and shows where someone's like, "Wow, this is the best storytelling I've ever seen," and like, I'm sitting over here like, none of this story made any sense. Like, and so I'm like, sometimes I'm wondering what people are watching, and what and what people are looking for, what they're interested in, what they like, that makes them say like, because obviously as somebody who runs a show, like I try to figure that out all the time, like, why do people like this and not that, and why do people think this is amazing, even though I don't think it's amazing at all, like, why, like last week in Meteorian Core when Jacob came back and I was just expected to know where he'd been and why, and I was given nothing. And then, rather than, nothing was explained to me, like, here's what you've been doing, here's what's going on, here's this stuff and that stuff, and here's what you would know. It just was more of a like, you figure it out. And I was like, what? It makes no sense. And now I'm telling a bad story because I'm just having to bullshit from what I think you're telling me. I don't know. Not my favorite way to play. Not my favorite way to play. To be honest. I don't know if I'd like pro DMing. I definitely don't think I'd like pro DMing for like on start playing. For like just random people. I don't really think that would be my gig. But, producing shows and I wouldn't even have to DM. In some ways I like DMing because, I get to tell the story I want and in a way that is fun for me and I think is fun for other people. They could disagree maybe, but maybe they have different interests, but I get to play in a way that I think is fun. Where did this ship go? I mean, realistically, I hope that I can just... Oh, it's a galleon. Yeah, I like what Cossack and I do a lot. It's not that every episode is my favorite episode. Like, sometimes I feel off, and sometimes she feels off, and, sometimes the players... don't land the way we would hope they would or whatever, and that's just part of the nature of role playing, is like sometimes it's just not not everyone's firing on all cylinders every day, and but you're still creating something and it's fun. But like yeah, I would like to create some weird stuff. I'd like to make some really weird shows. Oh, it's a brig and a galleon. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Let's get in on this if we can. I don't really have enough supplies for this, to be honest with you, so I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked. I mean, I'm sure as a galleon they've got... I mean, I got a lot of chain shot, so maybe I can fuck up their day with that, but... I like what we do, and that's... I want to expand more on our show, and I want to continue telling stories within our universe, and without. Like, I also, I'm still working on that Morkborg show. with the Perception Studio guys. It's kind of just been one of those things where scheduling hasn't been great. So hopefully this fall we'll get that taken care of. And so that's stuff like that. I want to do anthology stuff, stuff that's like new and fresh every time, and you can watch it in an hour or 2 hours and then move on, or you can watch the next one. You know, like D20 Deathmatch. Yeah, we've gotten this big story now. You can watch the lore and catch up. But even like I do a whole season of lore in like less than 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So it's not like we have a ton of lore, even though the season, like the actual big story beats are pretty minimal. You can just tune in and just watch it. Yeah. At this point, it's a little daunting to do any more like limited series. I'll be honest with you, because it's kind of like man, like Skypiercer was so good and Vythorn was so good, and even the Fate of the Arbiter was pretty good. Like where do we go from here? Like how do we? Which I have answers to that, but you know, it's kind of just this thing of like you gotta keep one up on yourself. You gotta keep making things bigger and better. Especially for me, like on the production side too. Like I'm gonna be pushing the limits of my computers this season for sure. Damn, Daniel. These guys fucking anchored. Biff was great. Biff was great. Jess, Dr. B's, fantastic. Maybe I'll get lucky and run out of supplies. Yeah, I don't know about Biff. You know, Biff was an existing character that Dr. B's just had, and kind of an NPC, a character that they bring in, and it's always great, you know. But with the future of our stuff, even if we wanted to, you know, we're really focused on bringing unique characters that are created uniquely for our show. Makes us a little bit easier when we go to like try to like, oh, you want to like make some merch or stats or something, or what the fuck? interested in their other stories. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things for like our purposes of like trying to create our own custom universe and custom system and stuff. Like we want to, you know, we want to focus on making sure we got custom everything. Is Gatling really running? You gotta be low on supplies, right? Yeah, I think they're running. That or trying to get a board on me. They're either not a full crew or they're low on supplies. Or they're just not great. I mean, I kind of handed it to them there. I mean, I blasted their masts up and down. And then put a hurting on them pretty good. They may just be repairing too. Yeah, I think they were just repairing. They're firing a lot of cannon shots from pretty good distance. I should do though. Throw those back, get them with some fire. If I can get a fire in their captain's cabin. A little sneaky fire. Well, we just shot someone off. Way over to this side. Gotta be honest, I don't really know what they're doing. But we might have to call it. It's getting kind of late. So unless they want to turn and fight here soon. Alright, they got a guy on the left here. Trying to get to my ladder. I had an ammo crate I could leave up here. kind of dead wind here. So I'm gonna catch them for sure. Let's say turn off or do something weird. That looks like they're turning into me. Those all went over the top? You gotta be kidding me. Can't see. I'm getting too far away from him. I don't like this angle. Man. I'm having a rough time hitting the ship. I'm waiting way too high. The ship keeps kind of pitching and I keep shooting over the top. Wish they'd just engage. This is the Sea of Thieves I remember. Let's see. Oh boy. I have not gotten the Arbiter's Assistant submissions. That's Arbiter's Assistant is mostly just a it's just a for fun thing. Like Cossack's gonna be the Arbiter's Assistant. It's just we want video submissions to make a fun like selection process video. Kenny would be a great assistant, but Kenny's dead. Man, I want to sink this galleon so bad. If they had a keg up there on that, on the top, that'd be insane. Yeah, you know what? Chase them through a storm. I don't want to do it. It's already like 12:15. We're just gonna call it. These guys aren't worth it. Yeah, he's actually dead. He slid into a sewer drain of acid. He's dead. And that's okay. You know what? Because sometimes NPCs just need to go. You know, you don't have to have NPCs all the time. You don't have to have DNPCs and stuff like, you know. NPCs are there to fulfill a function. And once they do, it's okay to just kill them. Alright, I'm going to send this thing off that way. But while we do, y'all, we are still giving away that keyboard here. And since there's very few of you, this is going to be great. Somebody's going to get a keyboard. If I remember what browser I put it in. Alright, guys. So, to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is type Logitech G, I think. Just one word, Logitech G, in the chat. I'll let you know if it works. Should work. Here, Logitech G. It's case sensitive, so do it all lowercase, because I'm an idiot. Like this. Nope, that's the wrong one. It is supposed to be Interesting. Okay. It is not letting me roll it. How many people we got in this thing? 1, 2, 3. Is it just the 3 of you? Because I'll just roll a dice. I'll just roll a dice. Because for whatever reason the bot doesn't want to work. Let's just roll a dice. Oh, MCG's here. We got 4. I can roll a dice. I just have to find a dice. Where's my dice? You know what? Hold on a second. Let me do something. Let me switch something over here. I don't know what's going on with the bot today. We're just gonna bump into Foundry and roll a dice. All right, MCG's 4. Who's 1? Who wants 1? We got 4. We got 4. Kristen's number 3. MGC is number 4. Escobar's number 1. And Matter is number 2. All right, here. Let me throw this here. Got Foundry rocking. All right. Good luck then. The D4. Okay, here we go. Ready? It is a 1. You guys can see it right there. Congratulations, Escobar. Escobar, you win the Logitech G915 10 keyless keyboard. It is this keyboard right here. Here, let me just full screen this. This is the one right here. Super thin, nice. Got a volume scroller up here. It's got RGB. Obviously, it works with the Logitech G Hub software. Giveaway is sponsored by Logitech, guys. This one's nice. This is, I don't know if you'll like it. You know, the best thing about these is they're light speed, so it's wireless. And you have the Wi-Fi mode, which connects to the dongle. But you also have a separate Bluetooth mode, so you can connect it to 2 devices at one time. Yeah. So that's my favorite part about it. I can have one keyboard for both computers because I Bluetooth it to one and then use the dongle on the other. Or you can, you could, have it on an iPad or a Surface or whatever Bluetooth, and then on your computer. So you just push the buttons to switch inputs, and it's the light speed one, so it's super fast. You can game on it. All that stuff. No number pad on this one. So, all right, Escobar, DM me on Discord, and I'll get you the information that I need from you to submit. I gotta submit it to Logitech so they can ship it to you. But congrats, dude. Guys, thanks for coming out. If you haven't hit the like button on here or the subscribe button on the channel, feel free. We'll do more Logitech giveaways as I have more products to give away. So those will be coming down the pipe. And then we'll be playing more games. Maybe some Overwatch, maybe some Halo, maybe some COD. I don't know. We'll fuck around and find out on different stuff. So, all right, guys. Thanks for joining us for the first YouTube stream, and I will see you guys later, some other time. Who knows? Goodbye.